So many people ask me that why you are still bullish on India. India has no theme on AI. India rarely has any theme towards semiconductors. Then why are you bullish towards India? Here we need to understand is that agreed, India has no players for AI and semiconductors. But India has ancillary players for AI and semiconductors. The companies which can manufacture the cables, the wires, the CTC wires, the HVDC cables, the cooling systems, the testings, the OSAT players, right? And also one thing we need to understand is that if we talk about the global markets, US is just being dominated by the Magnificent 7 or the Magnificent 10 per se. These companies derive 40% of the market cap of the S&P 500 and 35% of the S&P 500's profits. The AI bubble might be closer than we ever expected because earlier these companies used to fund all the capex via the internal accruals or the retained earnings or cash. But now this cash has started to get depleted and these companies have started to tap external sources for raising funds via debt market, the private credit or raising equity. This spiral can burst very soon because the US debt is anyways reaching at a $40 trillion where the US government has to pay a $1.2 trillion worth of interest every year. If we talk about the South Korean markets, the South Korean markets are just being dominated by two companies, SK Hynix and Samsung. Again, no stock recommendation. SK Hynix and Samsung. They contribute to more than 60% of the market cap of South Korea, the Kospi index. Taiwan is just being dominated by this one company, TSMC, contributing towards 60% of the market cap of Taiwan. The recent year-to-date number return for MSCI EM, the MSCI Emerging Market Index, has been 25%. Out of this, 25% of the return has been contributed by these two, the South Korea and Taiwan. 18.5% of the returns of that 25% of the return has been contributed by SK Hynix, Samsung and TSMC. People in South Korea, they are taking huge amount of leverage to fund the investment into these two stocks. People are selling off the life insurance policies or pledging their other shares or insurance policies to invest into these companies. India is the only market which offers you exposure towards multiple themes, starting from hospitals to CDMOs to China Plus One, chemicals, the Make in India, capital goods, renewables, the financialization of savings, digital businesses, autos, ancillaries, EVs. India is a market which tends to take into account multiple themes, and that is also the reason why the Indian markets always trade at a premium, because a growing economy or a country having an average nominal GDP of somewhere between 11% to 12% odd will always command a higher premium versus the other markets, and the FIIs will have to come back sooner than expected.